Breaking at 4:30, the judge has just sentenced the former Minneapolis police officer convicted of murdering George Floyd.
The sentencing comes after Floyd's family members gave powerful impact statements about how his death has changed them. The first to speak was his young daughter, Gianna.
We used to have dinner meals every single night before we went to bed. My daddy always used to help me brush my teeth.
Aww.
Our family is forever broken.
On behalf of me and my family, we seek the maximum penalty. We don't want to see no more slaps on the wrists. We've been through that already. In my community, in my culture, we've been through that already. Smacked on the wrist. No. Because if it was us, if the roles was reversed, there wouldn't be no case. It would have been open and shut.
The judge ultimately deciding to sentence Chauvin to more than 22 years behind bars. Our News 6 legal analyst Stephen Kramer joins us now to talk more about this. Of course, the family wanted 30 years and they got 22 and a half years, and he gets 199 for time already served. Where does that fall?
So in Minnesota, the presumptive duration for the sentence was 12 and a half years. Now, the judge had discretion to go anywhere from 10 to 15 years. And if the judge issued any sentence outside of that discretionary range, then the judge had to give a statement, an explanation for how that sentence was determined. And you will see one of those statements come out. The judge made reference to it. Certainly, the 22 and a half years is a lot more than the probation that the defense wanted, but far less than the prosecution ultimately wanted when they asked for 30 years. The family asked for the maximum penalty, whether that was the 30 years the prosecution was seeking or the 40 years potential for that second-degree murder. It's difficult to determine, but certainly they wanted more than what Derek Chauvin was sentenced to.
Is that what we'll hear the judge explain in that 22-page written statement?
Sure, we'll have a detailed explanation addressing the aggravating factors. So when the judge deviates from that sentencing range of 10 to 15 years, the judge has to give aggravating factors that explain the situation and why the judge made that discretionary call. So we'll see, again, some of these ideas revisited about the fact that this murder was committed in front of children ranging from 9 to 17. We'll hear about the cruelty of the murder. The prosecution and their witnesses talked about the abrasions and skin peeled from George Floyd's face, about the marks to George Floyd's knuckles. We'll hear about that. We'll hear about the fact that the murder involved 3 different people in addition to Derek Chauvin. We'll hear about and the abuse of power and trust, given that Derek Chauvin was a police officer and that it was a violation of trust there. So we'll see these concepts and the ideas revisited in that explanation, and we'll probably have some more guidance. I think many people were looking to hear more of an explanation from the court today, but we're going to have to wait till we get the report.
And you mentioned those 3 other people. There are 3 other co-defendants. What do you think this means for them, if anything? Well,
this certainly, if you're their defense attorney, this does not bode well for you, because this is a firm sentence. It's not what the prosecution wanted. It's not the maximum potential, but it does send a message that even the presumptive sentence is not going to be deviated in a downward fashion.
All right. News 6 legal analyst Stephen Kramer, thank you so much for your time and your insight, as
Thank
always.
You.
And of course, you can count on News 6 for continued coverage on air and online at clickorlando.com.